Who are the elite? This is a good question, and one that would take several hours or even days to answer. I'll give you a very short version, and you can do the rest of your research on your own. The internet's full of information on them. The elite come from many different groups and go by different names, but collectively they're mostly referred to as the elite or the Illuminati. These are the people that run the world. They're the shadow government. They either belong to or they're affiliated with different organizations like the Freemasons, the Skull and Bones, Bilderbergers, Council on Foreign Relations, Tavistock Institute, Rand Corporation, Club of Rome, and so on. Some of the families that are part of the organization are the Rockefellers, the Clintons, the Astors, the Bushes, Kennedys, Bundys, the DuPonts, the Onassis, the Rothschilds, and others. Some of the major players are people like Henry Kissinger, Alan Greenspan, David Rockefeller, Dick Cheney, George Soros, Al Gore, Ben Bernanke, Warren Buffett, George Bush, Sr. and Jr., the Rothschilds, and many, many more. They own all the major businesses, the banks, the insurance companies, all major newspapers and television stations, and almost everything else. Far more than I can tell you about here. All the names I have mentioned so far are just a very small sampling. You can find tons of information on the internet about them. Once you get into it, it'll blow your mind when you see who is really involved, what they own, and what their goals are. They have their people in Congress, the Senate, the Judiciary, the FBI, the CIA, the IMF, the Federal Reserve, the World Bank, and all other major banks and financial institutions. Most U.S. presidents were one of them, and they controlled those that weren't. They have no interest in serving the people. They only exist to benefit each other at the people's expense. This is their only objective. They all take their directives from the Committee of 300 from Europe, also known as the Olympians. They come from the wealthiest families and industrialists in Europe. The Rothschilds and the royal family are two major players in that organization. It's estimated that they own half of the world's wealth. So you can see that these people, if I should even be so kind as to call them people, are everywhere, and they own and control everything. That is the best way to sum it up. They have been working on this for over 200 years, and are now very close to their ultimate goal, which is to control the entire world under a one-world government. They want to reduce the population to about 500 million, who will be their workers and slaves that will serve them. And they will be their rulers and taskmasters. This is their ultimate goal, and this is what they have been working towards their whole life. Those that don't die in their planned biological wars and famines, they will microchip and be able to control by sending mind-controlling frequencies into their bodies to make them do whatever they want them to. These people are not only evil, they are inhuman. They have no feelings, no compassion, no regard whatsoever for anyone or anything that does not further their agenda. We are disposable containers to them. We are nothing more than useless eaters. They would not hesitate for a minute to kill us if we stand in the way of their goals. Regardless of what you see on TV or what they portray themselves like, this is who they are. They organize events like Pearl Harbor, 9/11, and financial crises from which they profit immensely. Their favorite is war. They love starting wars because wars make them a lot of money, and the taxpayer pays the bill every time. Our only useful purpose to them is to work for them, pay our debts to them, buy their goods and services, and fight their wars. Other than that, we are of no use to them. They are completely obsessed with money and power. They are motivated by immeasurable greed with a constant lust for more. They have no interest whatsoever in making life better for us. Everything has to benefit them at our expense. You have to understand that these people have a totally different mentality than most people. They're filled with every kind of evil imaginable. Many are Satanists, child torturers, and pedophiles. They're involved in mutilations, human sacrifices, blood drinking, witchcraft, and sexual deviations of every kind. And this is just to mention a few of their common activities. If this sounds too far out or shocking to you, Do a Google or YouTube search and find out for yourself. As I said, once you get into it, it'll absolutely blow your mind. These people sit around and discuss how they can create situations that would make them more money. Things like, how could we benefit from blowing up a subway station? Or how would it impact the travel industry if we sank a cruise ship? Better yet, how about we get the pirates to do it? Then we could blame it on them and we could short the stock market on those industries. These are the kinds of things they discuss in their think tanks. What a waste of humanity. Instead of thinking about how they could pool their resources to find a cure for AIDS or to obliterate hunger or poverty, they think about things that could make them more money. They are completely sick and perverted. The ultimate goal, of course, is total and complete world domination and control. And the way things are looking, it looks like they will accomplish the goal quite soon. They don't have too much more to do before they can bring this about. The U.S. President can sign 31 executive orders right now, which will give them absolute power to do whatever they see fit. He can impose martial law, suspend the Constitution, and assume absolute power like a dictator any time he wants to. The groundwork is all in place. All he has to do is sign his name on the page, and it's law. Welcome to your future world. How are things looking so far? The main problem we have in America is that there are still far too many people that don't have a clue that this is happening. Maybe you're one of them. Maybe you've never heard of this before. Maybe you have. If you haven't, then I strongly urge you to do your research. There's an old saying that goes like this. There are those that make things happen, those that watch things happen, and those that wonder what happened. Right now, the elite are making things happen. Those that know about the elite are watching things happen, and those that don't are wondering what's happening. The major problem we have is this. Now that we know what's going on, what can we do about it? Obviously, we don't want to live under their future agenda, but can we stop it? I don't think so. We waited too long, and now they're too rich and too powerful. They have infiltrated every institution with their own people, and they control the government, the media, the money, and the military. What chance do we have against them? But what we can do is protect ourselves. If you watch my other video entitled End Time Survival Guide, you'll find out what God told me we should do to prepare ourselves for what is coming. Then we'll be ready for whatever happens. Many people will be caught off guard, and these are the ones that will suffer the most. They will lose everything. But if you prepare yourself for what is coming, you can survive and even prosper. What the elite fear the most is to be exposed. And I thank God for the brave people on YouTube and the internet and the radio that expose the elite. People like Alex Jones, Jesse Ventura, Lindsey Williams, Gerald Celente, Paul Craig Roberts, Webster Tarpley, Bob Chapman, so many others that are doing just that. We need more of them, and I pray for them every day and thank God for them. We can help them by telling everyone we know what these inhuman exploiters are doing to our country and to the world. We still have time to do so, because they have not restricted the internet yet. But how much longer we'll still be able to do that is questionable. They could close that door anytime, just like so many of our other rights and freedoms have been taken away. The time to act is now, today. If more and more people can get their house in order, then the elite won't be able to fleece them. Those that are prepared the best will suffer the least. Please help me get this word out to everyone you can. I don't believe we can change what is going to happen, but I know that we can change many people's lives and future by making them aware and helping them to get ready for what's coming so that they're not taken advantage of by the elite. This is our only chance and our only hope. Please watch my other video for the rest of the story, and let's all do our part to help our fellow man. God bless you all.